These thunderstorms causing all kinds of issues, especially in the northeastern quarter. Other parts of the country dealing with problems too, but they're greatest right now into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. So as we take a look over here, this is a live look at Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. Their storms are just kind of working their way on the north side of D.C. As you can see on the radar to the right of me. They're not severe right now, but they're close enough that they're kind of confining the airspace a little bit. So the FAA has issued a ground stop in effect for Reagan National. So I know it shows the green light here, but a ground stop means that they're holding planes from other parts of the country to get into Reagan National. There's also a ground stop now in effect at Dulles Airport. So check with your carrier if you have flights here for the rest of the afternoon and into tonight, because it's going to take a little while to recover from this. Plus, more storms will be possible in both D.C. and Baltimore later on. So as we take a look at the delays and cancellations nationwide, we're pushing 5,000 flights delayed today. Cancellations about 850. Notice some of the bigger numbers here at Boston, LaGuardia. Newark has some big time delays, as well as Philadelphia. And there you go, Reagan National into the mix also. So Boston delays just over an hour. Newark delays, 162 minutes. Yeah, that's getting rough. So it all has to do with those thunderstorms across the area. So I do expect with more storms tonight, delays will be abundant across the region. So just pack your patience along with your baggage, because there's not a lot you can do about it. Mother Nature is in control here. Now, the good news is I think a lot of this is going to quiet down later tonight, like overnight into tomorrow. So flights should resume and get you back on normal schedule.
Two behind the front, Jackie.
Cool is a good word for a lot of people right now. Those of you that get it, good for you. That same storm system is going to be working its way across the country. So we can see this nice big swirl here on visible satellite imagery where Montana is in the thick of it yet again. But we'll watch that energy transfer and work its way eastward as we move into tomorrow. So severe storms will be possible from northern Minnesota up towards International Falls, through the Arrowhead, into about the northern half of Wisconsin, into the UP of Michigan. We couldn't rule it out across parts of lower Michigan or southern parts of Wisconsin, including Milwaukee over towards La Crosse and into Eau Claire, but a little bit more likely farther to our north, because that low is going to be pushing on up into Canada. The warm front is going to be lifting through the region, and so storms are going to fire up on the warm front, but also into that warmer sector. The most favorable strong winds aloft are going to be across parts of Minnesota and then back here closer towards that upper low. That's going to help to increase and push the moisture into the region, help support some organization with thunderstorms, as well as this thing moves from west over towards the east, increasing that severe weather threat. So warm temperatures are going to help to aid in that instability, along with the heating of the day. So do expect that to help provide more lift in the atmosphere as well. Picking up where Chris left off on our future radar, notice some of the action already into the morning for tomorrow. But look what happens as we head into the afternoon. We'll see more and new rounds of scattered showers and thunderstorms, with a big focus up here from Grand Forks down towards Fargo, along Interstate 29 through northern parts of Minnesota, Duluth into Superior. Just be aware that it could be rough and tumble into the afternoon hours. As we head into Wednesday, then this pushes more towards the eastern Great Lakes, and places like Erie, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, down towards Columbus, even Charleston could see some severe thunderstorms, damaging winds. Again, the most likely form of severe weather. We've had that a lot this season. A look at the long range, and in order to do that, we have to take a look at what's happening now, because of course everything is all connected. And one of the big things that I'm watching is this storm right over here. You can see that big swirl near the U.S.-Canadian border into parts of Montana. This is the beginnings of an upper level trough that's going to work its way all the way across the northern tier of the country through the rest of the week. So we are going to be tracking this day after day after day. So there you can see some of that low level spin that we have in place here, and watch this with time, how that's going to track right across the upper Midwest as we head into tomorrow. It'll work across the Great Lakes Wednesday into Thursday, and then Thursday into Friday across the northeastern part of the country. So I know you're dealing with severe weather now into the mid-Atlantic and northeast, but you're going to be dealing with that threat again come Thursday. So as you're planning out the rest of your week, keep in mind Thursday could be another significant day. Right now it just says possible, but I do think the risk could increase as we get a little more confidence and closer to the event. So what happens after that? Our big ridge of high pressure is still staying put across the southern tier of the country, so we're not really expecting any big breaks when it comes to the heat across the south. The tropics are going to be remaining pretty quiet, that high keeping everything blocked out, but we are going to be watching a couple of tropical waves move their way across, and they could bring some really heavy rain and flash flooding for the middle of the week in places like Puerto Rico, so keep that in mind. The tropics remain active over there into the Pacific, and it's going to be the northern tier of the country still where our storms will ride around that ridge of high pressure. Now, before we go to break, this week marks 17 years